it very interesting with the hydroxychloroquine case that resulted in the journal article being withdrawn from Lancet. Certainly gave us some insights into some of the challenges with data provenance and validity of those data. But perhaps a slightly less talked about issue is whether or not in the review process of journals, if the reviewers are educated enough to adequately evaluate these manuscripts. And here's a quote from the New England Journal of Medicine spokesperson who was interviewed, and he or she noted, "We have limited experience with reviewing or publishing studies like this one," referencing the Australian real-world evidence study on hydroxychloroquine. And he continued, "which used a large database based on electronic medical records. The reviewers and editors asked the authors questions about the data sources and data validity. The editors accepted the authors' responses rather than asking for help from reviewers with expertise in this type of data. In the future, our review process of big data research will include reviewers with such specific expertise." Can you comment on that statement?
Yeah, I think it's a very accurate statement that working with large data sets of EMR data is different than working with more traditional, standardized, structured, field-based, standardized coded systems like claims data sets or electronic data capture collected data sets. The data sets are very large. They're transactionally based, and where we think of things in terms of patient journeys, we need to translate a transaction into a journey. And so there's a lot of subtleties, and there's a lot of places where bias can be introduced. So I do think that that's a very smart statement, that they're going to need to have reviewers who understand those subtleties.
And I'm sure you do as well. I sit on a number of journal editorial review boards, and it is a constant struggle for us to build out these review boards to have the expertise that one needs. With several of the areas we've discussed, they're such fast developing areas, and they're also maybe being developed outside of the traditional medical arena. To me, it's just a real industry and publication division challenge of how we bring the right people on to serve in a peer review capacity, so that we're all partnering together for better quality information.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult. There's so many journals, and then there's a lot of journals that are, I don't even know where they arise from, looking for reviewers. It's hard to get a strong reviewer pool for journals that are not top tier journals. I think it's a challenge, particularly around more esoteric topics like real world data, big data, AI.
Mm-hmm.